All right, good morning. We are on another day. Um, it's getting pretty tired today, to be honest. I thought we went pretty hard yesterday. Jordan, Nate, Karsten, and I went for some conditioning. It was definitely conditioning. Mental frustration is a real thing. But just kind of jumping into the spreadsheet here. I hit those steps yesterday. It's getting to be a lot of volume. Gonna be interested to see how I can perform on these 17,000 and 20,000 days that I've proposed. Um, so the this workout time chart, just I think it's interesting. I don't know if the times are really applicable. I think the goal was just we're working out harder each time. The steps seem to be pretty close to measurable. And what I'm doing at my workouts are just adding more volume within them in terms of the volleyball. And also knees over toes guy, it's getting harder. The volume isn't going up per se, but the requirements to do those workouts are going up. Um, yeah, 221 this morning seems to be a pretty good weight for me. Just making a mental note is that 221 seems to work pretty well for me. That 222 just above 220 feels like a pretty good weight, easy to maintain. We'll see if at the end of this if it makes sense to really push it down to like a 215 or something. I don't know. Feel pretty lean. Uh, Woke up today without an alarm. I was reviewing some of my Fitbit data, which it's Fitbit data, so take it with a grain of salt. But it's really interesting to see like which days are the highest sleep scores. I wonder if I can pull this up on the computer. Bet I can. Boom. Share. So there's all these numbers here. Um, this is hours of sleep, so it doesn't even say sleep score, but which is interesting. But these highest days tend to correlate like this one here. Click on it. They don't show the score in here. They do on the app but this was like a high scoring day. And it's saying things that happen. It says I get more deep sleep here and my heart rate variability is higher. Um, and so it seems to like those days. Like it's right around 7.5 hours. Like, see, there's a star here. Um, more deep sleep. So I think that's my magic number. It's going to be 7.5 or 9. Um, dude, this thing is so confusing. How the hell do you go back? Let's see if there's some other good ones. So I don't know if there's anything specific I'm doing on those days versus others. This is a high scoring day, 19% deep sleep. So this was really good. Just bam, just out. Um, so there's something there. Really, I mean, focusing on the sleep has been helping a ton. I wanted to share a quote from Inner Game of Tennis that I wrote down this morning because I think it's really applicable for me, and probably a lot of people. And he's asking himself the question of he's at a tournament. And he's asking himself after he just barely won, and this other guy actually was about to win and like lost the match, and he ended up winning because the other guy just had a mental breakdown. And he asked himself like, what do I really want at these volleyball? I mean, in his case, tennis tournaments. And what he told himself, what he ended up finding out after talking to himself, he said, I wanted to overcome the inner obstacle that had plagued me for so much of my life. I wanted to win the inner game. I think that's really applicable for a lot of people. I think a lot of people want that inner confidence, like the I'm doing the best I can do kind of feeling. They're not. I mean, everyone wants to be the best, right? Because society like rewards people for being the best. But in all reality, I think there's that inner game everyone's playing, and if you can win that game, you can't lose. That was kind of his point. You can't lose a match if you come in there, give it you effort. Always going to be there because you love playing. It should always be there, and you're not hurting yourself mentally. You're checked into the game. You're in the zone, as Bill Russell says. Um, I just don't think you can lose. Uh, so, um, and the last part is just grateful today to have a day where I can just grind out some work. I've got a pretty decent checklist of things to go through here today. Lots of stuff on my plate, but just got a short 30-minute workout and just working all day. No meetings scheduled. I'm sure the phone will ring at some point. Really been enjoying doing this. I'm really excited to look back at the whole body of work at the end of this and see, start picking apart the highlights um, of this programming I've put together for myself. I would call it programming. Um, so it's really one of the hard ones is to measure what tweak helped the most because everyone wants like that magic bullet. I really think it's a whole body, whole mind concept that you really got to sell people on to get them to get to where they want to go. So, anyway, have some confidence today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.